How's it going, everybody? Working on something special this week. My wife went down to the dollar store and she found the snowflake lace pattern. So I thought, in honor of all the snow we got, we would do a test panel with a snowflake lace pattern. So between work and the weather and having to plow, I haven't had a lot of time to work on this snowflake project, so I'm going to break it up into a few segments. In this first segment, we're going to go over prepping the panels with primer and laying down the base coats. We're going to do one with silver metal flake and one with black. And we're also going to go over how to repair a mistake I made by touching the paint before it was dry. So let's get to it. What we're going to do today is lay down some base paint for our test panels that we're going to paint the snowflake on. I'm going to do one in silver and then the other one I'm going to do in black. The silver, I'm going to add a little bit of metal flake to. I'm not sure how that's going to work out in the base coat, but we'll see. Just a little bit for some extra sparkle. Take the stir stick, put that up real good. Oh yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. For this project, I'm just using some Duplicolor paint shop. If I was doing a finished piece or customer's project, I probably wouldn't use that. I'd use a good automotive base coat. But for this project, this will be fine. I've got this laying around, so we'll get rid of that. So we've got the base coat on our panels. It's all dry. Well, crap. I messed up. Let's see if we can fix it. We'll go over how to fix that later in the video. But this is the lace pattern we're going to use. Nice snowflake pattern. See if I can get that in where you can see that better. There we go. So we'll do something a little bit different with each one. We'll tape off a design and figure out how to incorporate this snowflake lace pattern. It's really cold today. That's why I'm wearing this heated vest in the workshop today. We're going to try to repair this little spot here on our test panel. We're going to try to sand that down with a little bit of 800. See if we can get it smooth enough to lay another coat of the silver with the metal flake in it. All right, let's get to it. So what I've got here is a piece of 800. I've got a sanding block. I want to keep it flat. I'm going to try dry sanding it because this is a pretty rough texture. I haven't cleared it yet, so all the metal flake is still sticking up. This spot is pretty bad. It's where I accidentally touched it. So we're going to try to sand that down and get it to a point where we can spray a little bit more of the silver metal flake that we had in it. If that doesn't work, we'll tape it off and do a panel with a different color or something. But here we go. We're going to try it out. I'm just applying very light pressure. Just want to knock down these high spots and try to get everything nice and smooth. If you notice, I'm using a crisscross pattern. That gives you a nice even sanding. That way you're not digging into one spot. But this is what, if you see this right around here, this is what people talk about. If you don't clear coat metal flake with enough coats of clear, this is what people talk about when you sand the metal flake. What it does is it sands the edges off of the metal flake and makes it dull. So that's why we're going to try to get this smooth and then put another coat of the metal flake on it. Now, as you can see in this little area right here, everything around it has been sanded, but this spot right in the middle is still nice and silver. So the sandpaper's not hitting that yet. What we want to do is get down just enough to where this starts to be sanded. And once we're at that point, we should be able to put another coat of the metal flake over it, and it should be fine. So switching over to wet sanding, because I'm getting really close here and I don't want to damage anything too much. But we're almost there. I can feel that that's almost smooth. A little bit more. With the dry sanding, the sandpaper was gumming up a little bit because I used this Duplicolor paint shop paint. It's basically a one-stage lacquer, which takes forever to dry, especially in this cold weather. This had been a quality base coat, automotive base coat. It would have been a lot drier, a lot faster, and I wouldn't have had this kind of issue with the sandpaper gumming up. But a little bit of water helps it out. As you can see here, this ridge is almost gone. Like I said, as soon as we start hitting the silver in here, it will be done. Mistakes happen. You can't avoid it sometimes. Sometimes you can. Could have been a little more careful here, but mistakes happen, and it's all about how you handle them. So we've got everything sanded back down. Our repair spot is right here. Mixed up a little bit of that metal flake and silver that we used before. We're just going to dust it in and hopefully coat this sanded area make it all look even. Alright, we got the first coat down. Looking pretty good. We'll give that about 20 minutes to dry. We'll throw another coat on. Okay, so the first coat has dried. It's looking really good. So we're gonna do another light second coat, and we're gonna let that dry overnight, and we'll take it up from there. As you can see, the repair came out flawless. The panel looks good, and we'll be able to continue with our Snowflake project. In the next segment, we'll tape off some patterns and figure out a way to integrate the Snowflake lace pattern. So as always, if you have any comments or questions or suggestions, leave them below in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification for future videos. Till next time, cheers.